Yes, hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today, as you can see on the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about Jose Mourinho. What happened in the last game with Galatasaray? But on my point, I'm going to be talking about it based on disciplinary matters. So, what's the situation, and how does FIFA look at this, or what is the disciplinary matter when a coach does this? Normally, we all know Mourinho that he has a high temper and actually quite a successful manager, but even if you're the special one, you still get punished for doing certain things. So, what really happened actually? During the game between Galatasaray and Fenerbahce lost the game 2-1, and Mourinho was not really actually happy with the game, and so he decided to pinch the nose of the opposition manager, the coach, which is Okan Buruk, during the Turkish Cup quarterfinal. So this has gone viral, and a lot of people also are trying to also give their own comment on what can happen, what is going to happen. What is going to happen with all these things. Normally, the Turkish Football Federation, which is TFF, is responsible for overseeing disciplinary matters in the Turkish Football League. They are currently, of course, reviewing the incident to determine the appropriate course of the action. According to reports, Mourinho could face a suspension ranging from 5 to 10 matches if it is classified as an attack. So let's also see, but me being also a FIFA football agent, I want to see what kind of disciplinary action does this hold during what kind of disciplinary action Mourinho can receive when it comes to the FIFA football rules and regulation as a FIFA agent. So I decided to dive into this and also see what kind of suspension or fine can he face. So guys, when listening, drop also a comment or on what you think can be the outcome of this. Normally, when it comes to disciplinary measures and possible outcomes, or the Mourinho's case, it might be also very severe, because when you go to pinch someone, it's like an attack, something like that. So, but they're going to review the case. Also, the Turkish Football Federation, as I would say, would pass the judgment, but also in accordance to FIFA rules and regulation, checking how that it also meets the criteria of FIFA rules and regulation. Remember, FIFA governs everything when it comes to football. So the disciplinary committee is going to look into this situation. But anyways, let's run into a little bit of the details. So let's see. So normally, I have some notes I'm going to give you just to keep me on point. Let me not speak too much, and let me say have fun with the thing. So to try to make sure, because I'm here for you guys, make sure that you understand everything. So normally the Turkish Football Federation is responsible for handling disciplinary matters in Turkish football, specifically their Provisional Football Disciplinary Board, PFDK, will assess Mourinho actions under their disciplinary regulations. Under the disciplinary regulation, but it still falls under FIFA football regulation. So number one, what are they assessing? If we check what are they really assessing, what can be the outcome for Mourinho getting a ban? So let's check if one suspension of match ban. So the first case we're looking at, if Mourinho action is classified as unsportsman or unsporting behavior or unsportsmanlike conduct, he could receive a 2 to 5 match ban. That's when it's classified. Okay. If it is deemed an attack, as according to Article 44 of the Turkish Football Federation regulations, then the ban could range between 5 to 10 matches. So you see. Then monetary fine. The Turkish Football Federation could impose a financial penalty, especially if Mourinho behavior is categorized as misconduct that damages the league's reputation. So if it's looked at that, then they can also give him more fine. So also the third one we can look at is extended or conditional ban. So normally, if Mourinho has previous disciplinary matters, and we know Mourinho has this because before that he got some suspension already. Meanwhile, in Turkey, so if Mourinho has previous disciplinary affection, The punishment could be harsher, potentially leading to an extended suspension or additional sanctions. That's another one also, which means if he has been doing this also for long, then they'll want to put a more harsher or a more difficult suspension so that let him maybe when he serve the suspension, then he shouldn't do this again. So those are also one of the points that they are looking at. But if he's found guilty of repeated misconduct, if he's found guilty of doing this regularly, he could also be placed on a probationary period where any further offense result in a more severe ban. So if they see that he has been doing this regularly or is his normal behavior, they can put him on a probationary period where any further offense results in more severe ban. Of course, the fourth we'll be looking at is the appeal process. Mourinho and Fenerbahce have the right also to appeal this decision to the Turkish Football Federation Committee if they believe the punishment is too excessive or that the punishment is too harsh. So those are the likelihood of the outcome. So normally, given Mourinho's previous 4-match suspension, later reduced to 2 because he had gotten a 4-match suspension, later reduced to 2, for criticizing referee and considering the physical nature of his incident, the most probable outcome of this can be let's look at it, a 5 to 10 match ban, because I think a 2-match ban will be still easy. That's what we. So it might be a 5 to 10 match ban if the action is ruled as an attack on an opposition or coach, which it was like him going to grab the nose of the person was almost like an attack. A fine imposed, or the next we will look at is a fine imposed by the Turkish Football Federation on Mourinho and possibly Fenerbahce. That could be the next, and a potential reduction of the ban on appeal depending on severity of the initial ruling or the ruling. So normally these are the things that you can look or you can take into consideration. But remember that anything that you do, people will be looking at it also, thinking that if you give maybe a slightly easy ban, then many people will say, okay, we can also do this and get away with it. So those are one of the things that this is just one of the topics that I wanted to touch on, to look at, like, okay, what is the situation and how is it going to look like in the future of Mourinho. So, but anyways, most of you guys listening after this, do comment and leave your notes on this about what you think on the Mourinho incident that happened against Galatasaray after him losing the game 2-1. He lost his mind and he grabbed the nose of the opposition coach and pinch it. So, but most of us who are Premier League fans, we know that Mourinho can be capable of this, but also people have to look into, because Mourinho is always, let me say, tempered. He's always a tempered person, high tempered. I remember also when I remember the Clasico game, Barcelona versus Real Madrid, when he was a coach of Real Madrid, late Tito Villanova. I think he squeezed his ear, if I'm not really mistaken. I think something of that sort also had happened before. So he's this kind of person that in a derby game, he can do one of these kind of things, which is normal, which shows his passion also. But of course, we don't want to say passion it should be showed in an aggressive way. You have to respect the opposition also. So that's what I will be saying about this topic. And then let's see. Back to the audience, my audience on Instagram. Actually, I'm speaking also my audience on Instagram. Do I have any question I have to answer from you for you guys here? And no question to be answered. As I said, hey coach, can you help me with football training? I live in Afghanistan. Next thing I'll try to do is, when I'm doing live on YouTube, all these your questions, you can send it, you can bring it to YouTube here, because as I said, there's no point for me scrolling my phone on Instagram trying to answer your questions. So next time I'll be doing a live, I'll leave also the link on YouTube so that you can come, or if not, you can always check, you can try to check my YouTube link, but I will try to leave the link most of the time so that you guys can always see what live to ask me questions. Okay, that was it for today, and we keep next time or tomorrow. Yes, cheers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and also leave a message if you want more content like this. Take care and cheers. Bye.